think I'm live. I'm gonna restart everything just to make sure. And then go there. Oh. Okay. That's not good. Okay, that's better. And I don't really need any of those things. So it's so hard to do this because you cannot move the chat at all with us. With no, don't do that. There we go. Okay. Like, I can pop it out like I did, but, like, you can't do anything else. Hello, I'm Jacob from Jacob is Here, and today we are tier ranking every pack in The Sims 4. With the exception of the... Oh, there's an ad. Hello, person talking about something. I don't know. I wasn't expecting that immediately when starting this calming ocean sunset ambience for my background at the beginning of this video, to be honest with you. But here we are. Let's see here. Let me just get some stuff set up and then we'll be all good to go. I have a feeling this is going to take me like 40 to 50 minutes. Like I said, there's 4 kits that are not in this list. I have photos of them and we'll tier rank them that way. Everything else is in this tier ranking list, and so we'll do that. In case you guys are curious, it's the newest ones, by the way, if that's something of interest to you. I don't know if it is or not, to be honest. But if it is, there you go. Alright, let's go ahead and get started, right? Because that's what you're here for, and the sooner we get started, the better it'll be. Which means that's no more. Tier ranking is here. Okay, would you live me in the sky? Alrighty, first things first. Here's all the packs. We're not going to put them in any order or anything like that. I mean, I don't think I'm going to do, like, expansion packs first. Maybe I will try to do expansion packs, game packs, sub packs, kits, just because this is the gift giving buy, like, guide. Essentially what the point here is I did something like this last year in a way, and I wanted to do it again this year with the updated version of December 2022 for Sims packs. I have played them all, I have seen them all, and we're going to talk about must-buys. This is something like if you're collecting Sims packs, you're trying to figure out what to buy next, maybe for the holiday season. A must-buy, in my opinion, is something that you desperately need in your game immediately. Like, this is a must-buy. If you don't have this pack, you're not living the best Sims life. So that's the first one. The second one, when I did this before, I had 4 categories, which I can look at the thumbnail, because the thumbnail does actually have the 4 categories on it. And we can judge them, I guess, that way, because I don't really know how much... Oh, did I already put that in there? I guess I already put that in there. Would I put it in here? Because technically it was a stream thumbnail. We have 117 thumbnails, but you're not entirely sure. Okay, I did worlds. That's cool. I don't remember doing tier ranking worlds. I'd be interested to go back and rewatch that video. Okay, that's not the point today. The point of today is me looking for my thumbnail. And me coming up very blank on said thumbnail. Because it was right here. Here's thumbnail. I don't want you to look at it too much because all the packs are ranked because this was supposed to be big. So, worth it, but only for this. I mean, if you want to, and just no. Worth it once. So originally I had this one category where I was like worth it, but only like if you like Supernatural or something. Because like I don't want to tell you can't buy that. So I guess we should probably do worth it, but only for this reason. Okay. I'm not gonna need that category at all. This one, just don't. You don't need it. Will be its title. Only like 2 items are gonna go in there, so don't worry. I'm not gonna try to be like, don't buy this pack, but like, there's certain packs you just don't need to buy. And then, if you really want to, bless you. We'll go there. Okay. And that just means, so let's go through them again, so everybody has like a clear understanding of what's going on. So we have must buys. Let me zoom in. There we go. Can I not? Is there not an X for you? You third party ad. Really? That's so annoying. Should I click on it? Okay. I like the size of that one, but like we're gonna have to go 175. That's fine. Alright, so we have must buys. These are packs, so if you don't have already, you immediately need to buy it. Worth it, but only for like this reason. These are gonna be the ones like Spa Day or things like that. Because like I'm gonna recommend you the pack, but I'm only gonna recommend it to you in a non-objective way. This is not my opinion. I'm not tier ranking them based on if I think they're good, because my gameplay could be different from your gameplay style. And I'm not trying to tell you how to play the game. That's definitely not my goal. No. You play the game how you want to play. And then if you really want to, these are the ones that are like not so good. They don't really have anything to them. These are basically the kits, really. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're $5. You know what you're buying for your buck, but is it really worth it? That's up to you. And then nope, you don't need it. Or just the ones that like are honestly kind of trash, that don't work or whatever it might be. And I think that's gonna be more polarizing. But that being said, let's go ahead and start. I think the way I'll do this is I'll go through each expansion pack, like I said, and we'll just go in the order they pop up in. So the first one I see is Get Together. So let's talk about Mrs. Get Together, right? Get Together comes with clubs. It comes with Windenburg. It comes with amazing outfits. The pool lot is also in this one. And I think it's a must buy. I think Windenburg is a must buy. Is that polarizing? I also think some of those townies are pretty amazing in here. The lore's pretty shit, but everything else is pretty good, which is good. It's okay with me. So I think we're gonna put this up here in a must buy. That's where I'm at. The next one that I see on immediate looking down upon is Cats and Dogs. Cats and Dogs to me is also another must buy, only for the simple fact that it adds a whole new life form to the game, animals. Now, it only is Cats and Dogs, and we'll talk about its predecessor here a little bit, but I do enjoy Cats and Dogs. I think it brings so much to the world. The veterinary career is fine. It's not great, but you could maybe get something out of it for sure. And the world is very beautiful, and the style is very much what most people like, so I think these are pretty clear bets. This is very European, so it's Europeans, not really your thing. We'll see if Get Together stays up here or not. Alright, the next one I see on this list is Snowy Escape. Snowy Escape is really hard. Snowy Escape is probably one of my favorite expansion packs in the entire game. I wasn't really looking forward to it when it came out. We already had snow if you have seasons, so if you don't have seasons, this is a great pick. But like, you should probably buy seasons. Either way. The things that it adds for vacation worlds, being able to go skiing and sledding, are so amazing for family values. The world itself is so adorable, and there's so many things to do. You can go hiking. Like, it's the perfect world. So I'm going to say it's a must buy. Most expansion packs probably will be. Let's get real here, just because they're expansions. Alright, City Living is the first one I'm going to honestly say it's worth it, but only for this reason. City Living is iconic. It comes with Penny Pizzazz, but it also comes with the city. If you don't like apartments, you're not going to like the city life. If you don't like social media career, you're not going to really enjoy any of the things it brings. So that's this. It does come with like basketball and stuff, and the outfits are okay. They're not great in today's standards of Sims quality, but like they're fine. It's a really earlier pack, but you're only going to want it if you really want the city. You're buying it for the city and apartments. And I'm going to recommend something else later on, very soon, that also has apartments in it. So, like, you don't even have to buy the one that has direct apartments either. And apartments are kind of broken. They're so broken after all these years. No one's shocked. Let's not try to be. Alright, the next one I see on just, like, general, like, looking is Eco Lifestyle. Eco Lifestyle, I'm honestly going to put if you really want to, in my opinion. I just have a hard time thinking, like, if you like things, see, that's the problem. It's worth it if you want an ecosystem, but the ecosystem sucks and it's kind of broken. So, like, I don't think it's worth it. I also don't really think the world's pretty, and I don't really think it's worth it. I'm going to say if you really want to. There's some redeeming qualities here, but it's not perfect, and it could have been so much better. It was a very big letdown, so if you really want to. I'm sure that's a polarizing opinion. I can already see it now. The next one I see directly is Get Famous. Get Famous, I'm going to put in worth it, but only for the reason, but only for this reason, and that is fame. Delta Valley is so small, I cannot recommend the world. It's beautiful. I love it. I love living in it, but it's so small, and everybody can agree on that. Fame system is amazing. The point system, it's one of my favorite systems in the entire game. But if you don't want anything to fame, there's no reason to get Famous, and so yeah, the build items are cute. They're very expensive. Cause it's celebrities and stuff like that. Like, there's something to say that your Sims need to be more richer to buy that expansion. Like, if you play with rich Sims, that's probably something up your alley for sure. The next one I see is College Lifestyle. I'm gonna say College Lifestyle is probably a must-buy for most people. There's just something about farming in the game that's so relaxing to a lot of people, and I think that just goes overall, and I think that continues to be that way. There's just something, I just really enjoyed farming. I know so many people who did enjoy farming. I'm pretty sure this was a pretty big hit for the Sims 4 expansion as well. And yeah, you get to own farm animals, you get to own so many different cool things, like farm animals, chickens, llamas, cows, and then they upgrade even more of like the farming system in the game. Hemford and Beckley is quite huge, and it's quite an open world as well. As open world as like get together in the Sims 4, if you know what that means. Like if you're a Sims 4 active player, Sims 4 is not. It's a loading screen game, but there's certain worlds where you can basically dance around almost the entire section of the map that you're in, and these two are very prevalent. I'd say all three of these. Cats and dogs, not so much, but all three of these are very prevalent. So, I would highly recommend College Lifestyle. Now, the next one I see right at the top is High School Years. High School Years, once again, we're going to put here. I would personally put it in a must-buy, but there are some issues with the pack still. I do have to use mods every time I use it. It doesn't work exactly how I want it to, and so if you're a console player, or if you're someone who doesn't use mods, it's not really a game pack I can highly recommend, because I do think you need them. I think there's only certain systems that work really well if you have mods in the game, but I just love the mundaneness of High School Years. I love going to high school with Sims. It's super fun having them just sit in class for 6 hours. I don't know. I really like it, but not a lot of people will. There's not a lot to do here. Prom is fun. I've never seen graduation. I've gone through 6 Sims now through high school. Never want to see graduation. It's so stupid how they did graduation. It's basically pointless. So, like, can't recommend it for that aspect. Everything else is amazing. I do love it. And, yeah, it's becoming, like, one of my favorite packs in the game. Same thing as Discovery University. Discovery University is, without a doubt, probably like one of my favorite expansion packs in the game. Once again, this is not objectively what I would say, because once again, these 4 would be up here. Get Together probably, I'd say Eco Lifestyle is probably the only one I'd probably like. You don't need it. So far. By the way, we're not trying to be crude here. like Discovery University, I love going to college with my Sims and things, and that's all this is about. I also like the careers. I think they're pretty good. But if you want to go to college with your Sims, this is an A+ pack for you. And that's why I would recommend it. The outfits here are super cute. Probably the cutest ones we've received so far. I would say these two have top contenders. These three have top contenders for best outfits in the game. Like if we're looking for cast items. Build items, I think, are a little generic, but also you're decorating for dorm rooms and stuff like that, so I guess that's fine. There's still a few systems in Discovery University that are not my favorite, and I still do have to use mods to play it in some regards, but ultimately, this is how you go, right? So, moving on to the next one. I'm scouring for expansion seasons. Alright, there's 2 more. Seasons is a must-buy. Seasons would go at the very, very front for sure. Just because in the lines of, like, it's dynamic. It comes with the most stuff. You get a calendar system, you get holidays, you get seasons in general, which comes with every season. You get rain, you get snow, you get a few other cool things that seasons come with. Your Sims can die in a multitude of ways. You can go ice skating, chorus ringing. Seasons is so cool. Top contender for sure if you want a very unique situation and to change up your game from a forever summer. So yeah. Also, I really do like how Seasons is different for every like world that you go to. It's never the same normally unless they're in like the same region. So like if you go to Oasis Springs, it's never gonna snow there. If you go to like I'm not Hemford on Bagel, but Brandleton Bay, it's normally raining like every season. So I like that. I think it's very realistic, and I think that's like one of the only systems in the game that I think they really did try to perfect, and I think they did a really good job with. Moving on to the next one. Island Living. Island Living is a really hard one for me to recommend. I think we're going to put it down here if you really want to. Once again, you get the island. Sulani is probably the prettiest world in the entire game. One of the prettiest worlds in the entire game. Nothing can live up to Sulani's water system. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. But it's really just like a glorified vacation world. So, it's going to go down here. I would recommend it. Mermaids. Oh, Get to Work is not in here. I guess we'll have to go find that. There it is. I totally skipped over Get to Work. We'll get there. Mermaids is a brand new life like a new occult in the game. The second or third one that they released, and it's the worst one out of the entire group. So then we have Get to Work. Get to Work, I'm going to put it here. Get to Work could be a few different reasons why you would want this. You want to run a retail business, you can do that here. You want to become a doctor or scientist or a hospital worker, all those things here. You want to have your son actually give birth in the game and have birth kids, that would be here as well. You want aliens in your game, that's also here. This comes with 6 of them, which is a whole new world. This comes with 2. It also comes with Mount Cron Grade, but Mount Cron Grade is so small because I'm pretty sure they had to build both that and 6 of them for this pack. And yeah. But I'm only going to put it here because like you gotta want those things. Aw. Babe. They're so sweet. You're just like, aw. Okay. I'm emotional. But that's the expansion packs for the Sims 4. That's the way I would recommend them. Now let's put them in some type of order. So like, which ones are most needed. And say that if we're putting Get Together up here, it's definitely back there. I'd say must-buys are probably in this order. For expansion packs, these are the most expensive. These will cost $40. So I think there should be an order to them. Worth it probably for this reason. I don't really think it has an order. And if you really want to, Island Living would go above Eco Lifestyle in every conversation for me. Alright, moving on to game packs. Game packs are worth $20. They cut the price in half. Expansion packs come with a new world normally. A whole new gameplay system, like we've been talking about. And some type of, like a bunch of cast items, a bunch of build items. And yeah, and that includes a bunch of different gameplay items as well. Whereas game packs are more like they could possibly have a new world. It'll be a much smaller world to adjoin to whatever they're doing, and it normally focuses on one or two things, either like a brand new career or like a brand new gameplay item, which we'll get into. And that can be a variety of things. The first one right off the bat is Jungle Adventures. Jungle Adventures is not a must-buy, in my opinion. I'm trying to look. I'm sure there's probably a few in here that I'm going to put in must-buy. But Jungle Adventures is not. Jungle Adventures is by far an amazing pack. The changing of the temple, this is all about going and exploring temples and going to El Salvador. They have their own culture there, and it's amazing, and I do love it. It's probably one of my favorites. But like, if you don't want to go jungle adventuring, you don't need it. So, Jungle Adventure is worth it, but only if you want this. Spa Day is the same. Spa Day comes with so many cool things: nails, manicures, massages, masseuses. I think it's all the same thing. I think I literally just listed all the same things. It's all about going and having a spa day. I love Spa Day with a passion. It's probably my favorite pack in the entire game. The wellness skill is probably my favorite skill of the entire game. So I highly recommend Spa Day. But like, if you don't want your Sims to go to the spa, it's not for you. Vampires, almost everything to do with the cults will also go here. Because like, you're only going to want this if you want vampires. Vampires in Vampire Offense is a very unique system. They did a good job developing that system in the game, and so like there's a lot of different layers to it. But like, if you don't want vampires, this is not it. It also did come with Blood Daddy, so maybe you want Blood Daddy in your game, but like, that's the point for that. Dine Out, once again, you can put here, but I'm also going to put Dine Out in a must-buy. Dine Out, for me, I've never had the issue of my Sims sitting at a restaurant for like 40 hours and not getting their food. Never been a problem for me. I've never really owned a restaurant either. That could be kind of like a fun little video. Maybe I'll make one of those in the new year. But I've never really owned a restaurant either, and so I can't really speak to that, but I always do enjoy going on dates for Dine Out. You can have birthdays at Dine Out. You can do a bunch of fun stuff. So that has to be where that goes. My wedding stories, I'm going to put if you really want to. This is all dedicated to wedding. It comes with Terratosa. It's a brand new pack in the game, and so it looks really pretty in things. But it's not as broken as it was when the game released, the pack released, but it's still not, it's not great. So it's going to go down here. I do enjoy it. I don't like the fact you can't call off weddings, and I think the outfits are adorable, but it's got to go down here if you really want to. Not a bad one. You don't need it, but like, if you really want to. Discover University. Dream Home Decorator would be the next one. Dream Home Decorator. I'm going to say a hard time. Because, like, on one hand, I'd still say the career, which is the whole point of it, is kind of broken. Right? But the build items are so good that, like, it's almost like a must-buy anyways. It's worth it for the build items. No, I'm going to put it up here. I think it's a must-buy. In my opinion, I think it's a must-buy. I think everybody can get something out of it for the type of game that you like. You don't have to use the career, but the items that it comes with and just the build items alone. I would recommend looking into both these, make sure it's your type of style, but like, yeah. Honestly, I'd recommend looking into all of these, watching reviews and stuff on them, just to make sure it's like your thing. Alright, Strangerville. Strangerville's hard. A part of me wants to say you don't need it, but a part of me also is like, I gotta be respectful to the people who want a story like based in their game. If you want a clear through line, you have to do these objectives to reach this goal. Strangerville is that pack. It's never not been that pack. I just don't think you need it. I'm gonna put it, you don't need it. I feel horrible, dude. I'm gonna put it if you really want to. This is really just gonna be like a bare bones little section down here. We'll get to them. So we have werewolves. Werewolves will go up here once again because like it's another occult system in the game. You could become a furry. It's a fun time, but that's basically the point of it. But two goes down there. There is no point to own Star Wars unless you like Star Wars. And I don't even think that's a reason. Like I said, I've said this before and I'll say it again. My brother has played The Sims with me before, and I specifically had him play with 2. Star Wars is like one of his favorite things in the world, and so I was like, if there's anything in The Sims that's gonna like bring your attention to it, it's going to be Batu. And guess what? He hated it. He thought it was trash, like the rest of us. I'm not into that. You know what I mean. Look at that werewolf. That werewolf is the definition of a furry. Okay. Either way. So yeah. Which is it's kind of weird, but you don't need it because like that is like one of my most popular series on my channel. But like, it was a time. It was a time. Moving on through. Oh, I forgot Outdoor Retreat. Outdoor Retreat, I'm going to play if you really want it. I guess I should put the vacation worlds in the same place. Outdoor Retreat doesn't come with a lot. Like, no, it's going to go here. Outdoor Retreat is all about going hiking and things like that. And to be fair, if you have Sims 4 Snowy Escape, which I recommended must-buys, hiking's not really that important. And that's like the big thing. This is the first ever game pack for the game. First ever game pack in the Sims history. And so, I think it shows. The next one is Parenthood. Parenthood is always a must-buy since most players are family-driven game players, and Parenthood adds in the Parenthood system. You can ground your Sims. There's a parenting skill, which means there's like different things to unlock. Honestly, I think the parenting skill is really stupid. I'm going to say it right now. I think parenting should be automatic, open, and I normally do cheat it up to like level 5 or something when my Sims have kids, only because of the simple fact that like, it's like if you want to ground your Sim, it's got to be like a level 7 parenting, and that's just so stupid to me. But I also like it's a reflection on like if you're a good parent or a bad parent. I don't know. There's also a bunch of other things that come with this, such as I can't remember what they're called. The system like where your Sim builds responsibility and stuff like that comes with this pack as well. Highly recommend. Definitely the game pack I recommend probably the most. I'm looking for the next one. This is really it. This is the last one. No. You would have been really smart. Why the fuck are you standing there?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was illegal to stand.
Get your arm. Hello. That's the thing that just scared me.
I didn't do anything.
Yes, you did. Terrified me. I don't remember what my train of thought was. Asshole. I love you too. Don't worry, guys. He's like my favorite thing in the entire world. We're only playing. Well, actually, I was scared, but like that's besides the point. Okay, I think Realms of Magic is the last one. We might have to circle back around by the end, but we're gonna say Realms of Magic is probably the last one. Realms of Magic would go up here with the occults. It's the occult. I am gonna be completely honest with you. I've never played werewolves. I'm actually tempted in doing like playing with one maybe today. Maybe will we make a werewolf today? Maybe. But they go here. It's just like if you want like witches. I've also never like deep dive into any of the occult sims, so maybe we just need like an occult sim like gameplay over on Twitch. So maybe we'll do that today. Either way, I'm going to shout out my Twitch at the very end. Don't you worry. Next thing is stuff packs. Stuff packs are a dead breed. Just to give you a heads up. But they're not bad. So, like, I'm still going to recommend them. Even though, like, they're not bad. The first one we have is the Sims 4. Oh my god, I never remember the stupid thing's called. Vince's Glamour. And it's going to go up here and worth it, but only for the reason if you want butlers. Honestly, you should not buy this if you don't want butlers. Paranormal stuff goes with the occult sims for sure. It's all about ghosties, about going and hunting down ghosts. I have a whole series on my channel about it. It's super fun. It's a good time. And I actually really liked paranormal stuff, to be honest with you. It's also the final stuff pack we've ever received from the Sims teams as well, which is really, really sad, at least in the Sims 4 era. And we all very much agree that it's probably never coming back. So, there's that. But that's paranormal stuff. The next one is the Sims 4 backyard stuff. Hi, baby.
What are you doing?
Same thing.
I don't know what you're doing.
Are you not watching? I thought you were watching my stream. So you know what I'm doing.
Of course I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is this, The Witcher 3?
Not for another, like, 8 days. Soon, though. It's like next Thursday.
Nice.
It's very exciting. I'm talking about Sims packs because Christmas is coming up.
Okay. What does that have to do with anything?
Recommendations.
Gotcha.
Like if you're new, Sims 4 is being free.
Is that a voice for it?
What?
Hmm?
What? You sitting here is making me nervous.
Okay. Now I will just stare at you on my phone screen.
Somehow that doesn't make me nervous. I don't know. And because I'm just like free-handedly talking, it's a little more nerve-wracking. Alright, the next one is the Sims 4 backyard stuff. Backyard stuff is a pack dedicated to backyards. Oh, who would have guessed? It comes with water slides. But also, this pack was most known for skinny jeans and white picket fences, which are now base game only items. Oh my god, you're adorable. You're too cute not to photograph. Make sure you just see him. Oh my god, he looks so cute. He looks so cute. Okay. Oh my god. What an adorable man. Okay. I just don't think it's necessary anymore unless you really want water slides, but I don't really think it's even like a reason to spend the $5 on it or the $10 on it. Because the white picket fence and I guess it does come with bird feeders. Bird feeders good at the edge. Alright, we'll put it in worth it only but for the reason of bird feeders. And some other backyard stuff, but definitely look into the build items. That's the reason why you're getting that pack for sure. My first pet stuff. This is the only pack in the game that comes that you have to buy something else to be able to play it. You have to buy cats and dogs to be able to play it. I really like my first pet stuff. I like every item that comes in it. I use it a lot. More than I probably should because a lot of people boycotted it for a long time. I'm not going to say you don't need it. I'm going to say if you really want it, you could buy it. It comes with hamsters and a whole bunch of other creatures, and it's beautiful, and I do really enjoy it. But the next thing is, once again, I think it's probably going to go here. No, we'll put it here. That's outdoor stuff or patio stuff, something along those lines. This is the one that comes with hot tubs. Hot tubs are amazing in the game, but the swimsuits and stuff are really cool here. It's also one of the first stuff packs that came out. It's a little bare bones, but you get the gist, and you're buying it for the hot tub, so it doesn't really matter. Kids' room stuff automatically goes at top. Kids' room come with void critters, which are amazing. You can battle void critters. You can also put on puppet shows, and it's just more things for kids to do, which we all can agree. Kids need more things to do, and this is your place to go. Spooky Day stuff. I actually think Spooky Day stuff is pretty good. Like, if you have seasons, it's very good. You don't need seasons to be able to do Spooky Day. This came out before seasons. But if you have seasons and you want Halloween to be like a bigger holiday in your game, I highly recommend spooky stuff. Highly recommend. I can't put it in worth it. Also, the pumpkin carving is excellent if you're building up your hand in a skill. I just gotta put that out there because it's like an OP thing, and it's so good. But only if you're building up your hand in a skill. I also like pumpkin carving, but like either way. Laundry day, if you want laundry in your game, I find laundry annoying, but I personally did want it, so there you go. Nifty knitting, I actually think Plopsy is worth it. Like, I think Plopsy is actually worth a must-buy, in my opinion. Plopsy is like one of the best things in the world. Plopsy is an app on your Sims phone where you can buy things, and this includes anything in the game. It doesn't actually have to be from Nifty Knitting. The system just came in here. It's much better than Fritta T or whatever it's called for high school years or anything like that. I use Plopsy all the freaking time. Also, I think knitting's really cool. And not to say knitting is only for old people or elders or anything like that. But we do need more things for Sims for like the elder generation. And knitting is always good. Not saying it's just for that, but like it's good. The Sims 4 oh my god, cool kitchen stuff comes with ice cream. If you really want it, you're buying it basically for the ice cream. I was never a big fan of the outfits or anything in this pack as I wouldn't as much as I wanted it to be. I also have to say that the ice cream machine is extremely annoying to the point I have a mod in my game where it's actually something that goes on like a bulletin board that I can click on if my sim wants ice cream, and I can buy them ice cream for like a cute like date night or whatever, because the actual ice cream machine is super duper annoying in the game. But it does come with some cute kitchen items if you like a modern kitchen. But if you like a modern kitchen, I already recommend Dream Home Decorator as a must-buy. And it comes with better items for kitchen stuff. So, can't be more honest than that. The Sims 4 romantic stuff, I'm actually going to put it in a you don't need it. There's no point to this. It does come with a magical well, so if that's something you're really interested in, I'd recommend watching videos on it. I don't think it works really well, and I never actually think it ever sides with me, which is rude. So, like, you just don't need it. Luxury stuff is another one. It's very teeter-tottering between these two. Luxury stuff was the first pack that ever got released in the Sims 4. And stuff pack, that ever get released. And it's very dated for that reason. And most items that you would probably buy luxury stuff for have popped up in other packs that are more prevalent, such as My Wedding Stories or a few other ones over the years. Or they'll even just add in like certain systems in this. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really think it's worth it. I'm going to say you don't need it. I like it, but you don't need it. Sims 4 fitness stuff, like a part of me is like, yes, baby. But only if you really like fitness. I'll put it in worth it for this reason. I think the outfits for fitness are super cool. Once again, the fitness skill is probably one of my favorite skills in the entire game. So, slightly biased on that regard. And I really do like the rock climbing wall. I wish it would have came with something different than the rock climbing wall, but that's what we got. I love the headphone system, even though a lot of people find it annoying that everybody gets free headbuds. Not anymore. Now you actually do have to buy them in the game. And then being able to work out from home, which could be a base game thing, but if not, it's with this pack to be able to work out from home, is amazing. And you can't do anything wrong with that. The next one is tower stuff. Tower stuff goes up here. Once again, you can see the ones I'm saying are must-buys are the ones that develop some type of system in the game or life stage in the game to make it better. This is all about toddlers. Toddlers always need more things to do. There you go. I got really nothing else for you. Machinima stuff pack, I also think is a must-buy. The clothes here obviously are trash, but anything with actual writing on it that's not so much as trash to me, in my opinion. But the camera system here is fucking phenomenal. Like, top tier phenomenal. It's also very broken. So, like, when you take a picture with a sim, if you have Machinima stuff installed, it'll automatically build that relationship up like no tomorrow. It's a must-buy, in my opinion. Looking. Alright, bowling stuff. If you really want to. It technically it's worth it if you want bowling in your game. So I'll put it here. It's all about bowling. The entire thing is about bowling. So, there you go. Tiny Living, I'm actually going to say, is a must-buy, in my opinion. Tiny Living, the items in here can be used in any form, even if you're not using tiny homes. But tiny homes themselves are so OP that I think every simmer should have it in case they're wanting to do a challenge. It's a great way to do like fast legacies or anything like that, or just a legacy challenge in general when you're starting on $0. Because if you put down 4 tiles, you automatically get great soil and a bunch of other things. Tiny Living is probably the best stuff pack they ever released for that reason. It's never been nerfed either, so it's pretty good. All right, the last one we have to talk about is movie night stuff. I'm actually gonna put movie night stuff up here because like you just need more things to do with your family, and movie night stuff definitely. I'd probably go that order. Movie night. Oh, actually, I guess Nifty Knitting would probably go here. Which pack came with croquet? It must be a game pack then, right? Is it Eco Lifestyle? No, it's Cause Living. I recommended it. Never mind. Okay. Sorry, I got really distracted. Movie night stuff comes with movies. Popcorn. But it's just more things you can do with the family, and you can also have like movie nights, and you can also go, like you can also have a date with movies and stuff like that. I think it can go up if you want it for a reason. Fine. Alright, now we're getting down to the more trickier things. Right at the bat, this is kits. Kits are $5. They come with whatever the Pacific pack is talking about. And so technically, it's worth it for this reason. But most of them are actually probably going to go if you really want to, because I don't really think most things are worth it. So this is the Sims 4 like Back to Basics kit or what it's called. And it's a clothing kit. You're paying $5 for clothing items. So if you really want it, you can buy it. Country kitchen stuff, once again, if you really want it, you can buy it. You're getting country kitchen items. Some of the items here I think are quite good, but they're okay. Industrial loft stuff, I'm actually going to say you don't need it. Most of the items here are bad and pretty unusable. And the bed itself, which is probably the most recommended item out of the pack, is very much like broken, in my opinion. Menswear also, I'm going to say you probably don't need it, not because men cannot wear skirts. Men can wear skirts. But I just think there's other packs that do it better, and menswear is just kind of tacky. Moonlight, something kit. I'm going to put up here. It comes with very cute outfits. I highly recommend. Very fun, but only if you really want to. Same thing with this one. This is all about this particular Orient style. I can't remember what it's called. Ink and stuff, I'm going to say, I can't put it. Is there? I'm trying to think. There might be a few kits that I think are worth it or must buys. Ink and style, once again, if you like the style, you're going to like the pack. It's not a must buy though. Same thing with this one. This one is better. I can't remember what it's called. I'm sorry, off the top of my head. This one is better than menswear kit. This is the one where it's mostly about drag queens and stuff, and I think they, once again, did it better. Now, this is the kid one, which is like a backyard one, but it's all for kids. That's a must-buy, in my opinion. Anything, once again, to do more with kids is a must-buy. Blooming, anything to do with plants, we can all agree is a must-buy. This whole thing is dedicated to plants. It's only plants. This is, if you really want to, no, I don't really think you need it. These are really weird style, like, items. So, like, really funky items, really expensive items at that as well. This one is all about, like, if you really like that style. And then Dust the Bus, I'm going to say, is another no. Unless you really want to vacuum. But vacuuming is really annoying, just like laundry day. But the system's more broken. So, there's that. Now, with that being said, we have 4 other ones we need to talk about that I have photos for. Courtyard, by the way, that's what that's called. Fashion Street Kit is what that's called. I don't think I have the other one, but that's okay. So, we have Desert Deluxe, Pastel Pop, First Fit Kit, and Everyday Clutter. And we're going to talk about them individually. I'm going to tell you where I would put them, like, on the list. First one being Everyday Clutter. Everyday Clutter is one of the brand new packs that just came out in the game. And I would put this one under worth it, but only if you like more clutter items in the game. It doesn't really add anything else to it. These items are all just decorative items. So I guess I'd put more like if you really want to. So moving on to First Fit Kit, which was made with the beautiful, beautiful X-Urban Sims. Not all of these I remember who the creators were, but some of these I do. X-Urban Sims helped with this one, and it's a must-buy in my opinion. When it's got anything to do with children, always a must-buy in The Sims 4. Pastel Pop Kit, which is the next one we're going to talk about, is another, if you really want to. The only item here that I highly recommend is the laptop slash iPad situation. Everything else is great, but that's the one I'd recommend the most. So like only if you really want to for the Pastel Pop Kit. And the same thing for the Desert Lux Kit. This is really just to help improve your patio and things. And I do really like all of the items it comes with, but there's many items like it already in the game. And so one could even say it's not really that worth it, even though I think the items are quite good. But guys, that, my friend, is my ranking of the Sims 4 packs in high school year tier list. These are the ones I most recommend the most, excluding the other kid one. Also would be up here. These are the ones that are worth it, but only for whatever reason I told you. These are the ones that, like, if you're just trying to complete your collection, you're like, should I really buy it? This is where I recommend you go. And then these are the ones you don't need it. Once again, you don't need it does not mean you don't like, if you really want it, you can buy it. But they're going to really add nothing to your game, in my opinion. So, yeah. Or there's things in here that's already up here, and they do it better up here. So that could also be another reason why I, like, excluded them. Or there's, like, Star Wars. You know what I mean? Everything else I feel pretty confident about. I do feel pretty confident about my must-buys so far in The Sims 4. And there's a little bit of everything. And so, like, you're trying to make a bundle, you can always grab, like, seasons. A good pack to go with seasons. I would probably say Parenthood would be really good to go with seasons. And then one of the kids ones would also be really, really good to go with this. And then one of these would probably be really good. Once again, one of the kids ones, if you're trying to put a kid in there as well. You're trying to buy a bundle for a friend or something like that. But that, my friend, is this live stream. The reason why I decided to do it as a live stream instead of anything else, or like a video or something like that, is only because of the fact that, I can tell you, we have been live for about 40, 50 minutes, which I thought, and it just wasn't worth the editing and stuff, so I decided to make a whole video for you guys on it, or a live stream. Hello, Carmen Chica. I think it's how you Chica. Sorry if I mispronounced that. We just got done doing the tier ranking, so it just ended. I should have left it up. I don't know why I closed it, but I totally did close that. And I didn't save it. Oof. That's okay. The live stream will be up forever. And then once again, I'll do some chapter times. I'll get rid of some of the intros and outros. So if you guys want to move to like something specific, you can, like I normally do. But yeah, sorry. Very, very sorry. Wonder if I can. Let's see if I can go back to it so you can see it at least, because I feel a little bad. Yeah, cool. They're still here, still sorted. So The only ones that are not here are the 4 newest kits. They weren't a part of like the tier ranking, and you can't add them if you're using like an already pre-made tier list on Tier Maker. So the one that would be the must buy, everything else is if you really want to, is the kid one that just came out from X Urban Sims, the Quabber one she just did, but everything else is the same. So there you go. And the categories go must buys. These are the ones I would highly recommend the most. Worth it, but only for the reason that I stated already, for each pack. And if you really want to, or the ones that like I don't highly recommend, but they're still good if you really want them. And then you don't need it, are the ones that I just don't think are worth it to spend the money on. Luckily enough, a lot of these are like $5 or $10 or $20. There's no expansion pack or anything down here. There are expansion packs down here. So, yeah. Hopefully it helps. Obviously this is supposed to help with like Christmas gift shopping and things like that as we come to the new year and you're trying to figure out what to buy for yourself or anything like that. And yeah, hopefully it does help with somebody. And yeah. That's the live, guys. Before I go, I just want to quickly shout out that I will be live again on Twitch in a few hours. We are going to be playing The Sims 4 to start out with, as I've been doing this like relaxing beginning stream, and then we'll be moving on to God of War Ragnarok for part like 5 or something like that, and trying to get like 2 or 3, maybe 4 more hours into that as well later on this evening. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I had a fun time, and I think this is a good way to do like a tier ranking type of situation. Let me know how you guys liked it and stuff. And for like other videos like this, I do have other things where I'm tier ranking like worlds and stuff. I'll link a playlist down below once I go through the editing process of this live. Alright. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Thank you, Carmen, for popping by. My next live stream will be next Wednesday. We're going to be watching the final 5 episodes of Ward University. So if you're not all caught up yet, that would be 9 through 14. That is a machinima based by Summer Boy. Before we move on to our next one, I think we're watching The Rivers next, but I'm not 100% sure. And that's probably like a 4 or 5 hour live stream. Those are long episodes. I'm excited though. Alright, I'll talk to you guys all then. Actually, I'll have a video coming out before then, but that's the point.